Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, man. Today we're going to talk about a possible Raptors signing in the offseason. You guys have been flooding the comment section with the dudes you want to either be traded for, signed, what have you, and Andre Drummond, to be quite honest with you, was all over the comment section. So welcome back to the channel, man. Today we're talking about the Raptors possibly signing Andre Drummond in free agency. Now, I'm going to put actually my Raptors channel, down below in the comment section. The reason I'm making so many of these trade videos is currently dealing with some YouTube issues right now. They demonetized my channel, which sucks because I finished college about a couple hours ago. But we're still grinding out here, man. We're still grinding out here. So we'll never stop making videos, but I do appreciate all your guys' support so much. Check out that Raps channel down below. It might start a little clickbaity, but, you know, once the playoffs are officially over, we'll be getting into all the kind of stuff I dive into here just more often. So check that out. But, you know, one thing was this was abundantly clear here, dude. Like, the Raps need a freaking big man. And my big thing is this. I want to mention this right out of the get-go. You know, I've been seeing trade videos for, like, Rudy Gobert. What's, like, a package I've seen? It's like, I've seen a package where you get Rudy Gobert and Jordan Clarkson to Toronto for Freddie Boucher and a first-round pick in 2024. Not that bad of a trade, to be quite honest with you, but especially at that guard position, like, the Raps are pretty slim pickings there. You know, they don't have too much depth as far as, like, combo guards go, as far as starting quality point guards go. Obviously, there's this, you know, thought in the back of my head saying, like, well, Scotty Barnes, point guard. But to be quite real with you, I do think the Raptors would be better off with Fred VanVleet, who they have right now. But if they were to ever, like, move on from Freddie, I don't think you should just throw Scotty into this starting point guard role. I do think you should still go out, get a starting point guard, and then, you know, kind of work him into where Scotty's just, like, you know, bringing the ball up sometimes, you know, running the offense or what have you. But, you know, Ken Birch, what sucks, dude, is, like, the Raptors, they're such a solid team, dude. Their starting five, their top five players are better than so many teams in the NBA. They're better than some top five teams in the playoffs right now at the time of this recording. And so I had huge hopes for Ken Birch, man. If you've been watching my videos for a minute now, you know my thoughts on Ken Birch. Like, I was so hopeful for this dude in the offseason. I was like, oh, shit, like, you know, make a trade for him not too long ago. Re-sign him in the offseason, give him a little extension, and I thought he's in his prime right now. I thought he was poised for a breakout season. I'm talking, like, at the very minimal 13-8 in a game-by-game basis. You hear that right now, and you're like, 13-8 by Ken Birch averaged? Like, you're crazy. That would be a crazy thing to say now. Now, Toronto's in that weird spot where you have all this young talent. You got guys like OG Anunoby, Scotty Barnes, Gary Trent Jr., you know, Precious Achiuwa. You got all these players kind of, like, coming into their own, getting better season by season. Like, getting significantly better, actually, season by season, i.e. Precious Achiuwa this year. But I don't want the Raptors to go out and make a big-time move this offseason as far as trades go, where it's like, you're going to be giving up Freddie, you're going to be giving up OG or Siakam. I don't want to trade any of the starting five on the Raptors right now, or at least the top five, I should say. So it gets me thinking to an Andre Drummond signing. Because Drummond, maybe like 5 years ago, but at this point in his career, it's not like you're going to be signing Drummond, who's still only 28, might I add, where it's like, all right, that's going to put us in the championship. My thing with this offseason is I'm not all that eager with the Raps going for a guy like Turner, Nurkic, who's the big guy I'm thinking of? Turner, Nurkic, Rudy Gobert. The reason being, not only I don't want the Raptors to give up that much in return at this point. I want to wait another season. But number two, to be quite honest with you, I'm very big on Precious Achiuwa, especially, like, the dude shot like 40% in the second half of the season from downtown. This is a guy who never took a three with Miami, never took a three with Memphis. Like, If he did, it was like a once in a blue moon, and I'm talking an actual blue moon, not the beer. Like, it was like, did Precious Achiuwa just take a freaking three? That was the thought process 2 years ago, the last 2 seasons. This year, you had Precious Achiuwa draining threes. Dude's draining threes. Can play defense, can protect the rim. He's not, a 7-footer. But so that's why I'm looking at an Andre Drummond signing. I'm like, shit, dude. Played 73 games this year, stayed healthy. Only started in 36. Like, he can come off the bench. Like, this is perfect. You sign Andre Drummond to a short-term contract where, at this point in his career, after he got traded from Cleveland, he's been to LA, went to Philly, went to Brooklyn. No team is going to be like, Andre, I need you for 4 years. I need you for 4 years. No, it's not happening. It could happen. But I would say you get Andre Drummond, honestly, on a 1-year contract, 2 years max, preferably on a team deal. A 2-year team deal contract, I think, would actually be money with, fucking A, dude. Get that shit out of here. Fucking rubber band. Ow. Anyways, you get him on a 2-year team deal and see how he performs this next year, I should say. And then if it doesn't work, move on. If it works, welcome back. But basically, we're dealing with such a young cat in Precious Achiuwa. Just finished up his sophomore campaign where it's like, I don't really want the Raptors to mess up stuff if it's not broken. They need a big man, though. They need a rebounder. They need a big man. They need a guy they could rely on who's been around the league. Pretty much what they envisioned with Khem Birch. Like, just a more reliable Khem Birch who's 7 feet freaking tall, can block balls, can protect the rim, can score a little bit, and is going to just hoard rebounds. I look at a guy like Andre Drummond where, he hasn't played over 25 minutes since, actually not that long ago, 2020 with Cleveland Cavaliers. You give this cat 20 to 25 minutes, he can come off the bench, he can start, depending on, what's working better. You're looking pretty money, dude. You're looking pretty money because obviously you still got Khem right now. Wouldn't be surprised if something eventually happens to Khem, but I know they're not rushing to make any moves right now. But Andre Drummond this season had a huge increase in production when he went to Brooklyn. He started the season out in Philly, dropped Played 20 minutes, 6 points, 9 rebounds, 1.1 steals, almost a block per game. It's nothing that's too crazy. It's still satisfactory. Goes to Brooklyn, plays pretty much the same amount of minutes, but puts up 12 points, 10 rebounds, and a block and a steal per game. So, once he got into a better situation where he's not playing behind Joel Embiid, not being Joel Embiid's backup, he actually started to kind of get back to his feasting era where, when the season he got traded to got bought out and went to the Lakers where he was with Cleveland, he put up 17.5 and 13.5. Those are unbelievable splits. So, my point being is this. I'm not signing Andre Drummond to get back to 20 and 20 Drummond. I'm signing Drummond to get to what he's doing right now, 12 and 10 in 20 minutes. 12 and 10 in 20 minutes. On the Raptors would be money. You don't have to go out. You don't have to give up a core piece to get Rudy Gobert. You don't have to give up a core piece to get Jusuf Nurkic. You don't have to break the bank. You're signing Drummond on a 1 to 2 year deal with a team contract, and you're just seeing how it goes while you wait for the evolution of Precious Achiuwa. Honestly, I think it's quite money. So I appreciate all you guys dropping comments saying, I want Drummond. Because it makes so much freaking sense. Rudy Gobert, Nurkic, Miles Turner. I'm not saying I would complain if the Raps end up picking them up. But I think being a little bit more realistic, a signing is a little bit more less far-fetched than a blockbuster type of trade where you're giving up one of your all-star players. So let me know down below what you think about this possibility. But most importantly, man, hit that like button, hit that sub button. Let's try and hit 100 likes on today's video. And Raps Nation, man, I hope you guys are ready for all this off-season content on this channel and also my Raptors channel because there's going to be a fucking lot of it. So that's it for today, man. Appreciate all you and have a nice week. And I'll see you guys later.